Hey, what's up guys? My name is Jeremy Atkinson. I'm an online marketer, entrepreneur, small business owner, probably a lot like several of you guys. I've been doing online business for almost 8 years now and have been, trickling through different online marketing groups, do a lot of stuff online. And one of the big issues and debates and concepts that I've seen pop up a lot in different groups, in different forums, in the places that I interact online is this constant debate of which is better for business, for selling physical products, which is better, funnels or e-commerce, right? Funnels as a thing, as like an actual solution and platform is kind of new. We've all known about sales funnels in general for several years, but like software and platforms that support like funnel marketing are kind of new. E-commerce has been around for quite a while. Whether you built your own thing or if you used a platform like Shopify, Magento, WooCommerce, even if you have plugins that you use within WordPress, they've been around a long time, right? And so this is a constant debate that I've seen a lot of people have, and I've done a good amount of e-commerce, probably 3 or 4 years of e-commerce. And had just about 3 years now in the world of funnels and funnel marketing. I sell physical products, have a couple businesses for that, as well as information-based products around coaching and training for Facebook ads. But anyway, there's always been this constant debate, and I really wanted to just add my 2 cents to it to help shed a little bit more light on the world of funnels. Because again, like I said, e-commerce has been around long enough that I think most people understand e-commerce. It is fairly straightforward. But my own opinion, I'll give it to you before I get into it. My own opinion is that funnels and funnel marketing is the way to go now today in 2017. If you are a marketer, if you are a person who wants control and predictability around your online experience, control of like where people can buy your products, how that process goes through, what it looks like, control over all those things. And I want to explain that here just shortly. I'm just going to go get a new marker. So really to start, like I said, the point that I want to start at is having control, right? We've all worked in enough platforms that we don't have control in where we can really create the entire experience. And that lack of control is often a really, really big challenge. So I'm going to start with e-commerce. Right? I'm going to start with e-commerce. E-commerce is what people are familiar with. We all know the process. You may start out with different traffic places. You may be running Facebook ads, maybe a Google pay-per-click. You have SEO. You just have an email list. However you're bringing people into your world, your e-commerce, into your shop, we have all these different sources of traffic, right? And I think the standard e-commerce experience looks something like this, right? People are clicking on an ad or something from some other entity, some traffic source, and they're coming to your site, right? If this ad or this thing is talking about a specific product, then they may be coming right from here to a page that shows the specific product and nothing else, right? Like we may have pictures of the product, we may have some text that supports it, different things, and usually on this right-hand side, you have functionality, through a few different buttons and selectors to pick like the quantity of the product that you want, the type of product, the color, like different variants like that, right? And you kind of go through that process right there, and that's how you're putting your product into your cart, right? You have your little cart up here, and naturally you do that, and you have opportunities to continue shopping through the site if you want. People often have navigation. They may have different categories of products and different things you can add to it, but ultimately you're going through the shopping process, and then when you're ready to go, you click on the cart and you go to checkout, right? And checkout, often again, it has the same kind of header, but over here you have listed out your different products that you have in your cart, and you have numbers here, right? That total up all of your expenses, right? And then you get this big, huge number of this is how much you're going to pay, right? Fairly basic. And then again, if you arrow over further, if people buy, you get your confirmation page or your thank you page, right? Now for a marketer, none of this is that exciting. The exciting stuff for us marketers is the magic happens when people say no, or when people don't take the action, when people don't buy, right? So for a marketer, when we're running ads that come into here, and we take action where we're getting people to come over to checkout, we have different points where we place tracking pixels, or we cookie people, so we can do different interactions based on their behavior, right? So we may place that little pixel on the product page, we may place it on the checkout page, and we place it on the thank you page, right? So we placed all these different places so we can do different things. We could say if people clicked on the ad and they came to this page, we may capture them as an audience, right? And be able to segment them in Facebook or in Google or something like that. We could say all the people who just came to here and didn't go further, maybe we want to send them another ad, retarget or remarket to them, right? So we may end up delivering another ad to them based on people that just took that action, right? And then we may get people that came from here, clicked through here, and then added it and went to view checkout, but didn't buy, right? And we know that we could create a separate ad or separate experience for somebody that did that, right? If you forgot to buy the thing, if you got distracted, if life happened, even if you weren't sure, there's a bunch of different things you can do there, right? And then of course, if you get somebody that comes all the way through and they have purchased, you may again have an opportunity to serve them more ads. If they came all the way through and bought a red purse, you may say, hey, congrats on getting the awesome red purse. A really great thing that goes along with that purse is this pair of red shoes. They match, they look great, so on and so forth. You came through and you bought a crossbow, if you're into that kind of thing, and maybe, we could send them an ad that advertises, now that you bought the crossbow, do you want this awesome pack of arrows to go with it, right? So we can do that through all these different ads, right? And then also through this funnel, we can also do stuff in this funnel if we're capturing email address, right? We often capture email in this checkout process when they're filling out shipping information. We'll probably capture that email address. So we could email them too, right? In this case, if they didn't purchase, we can email them before you go, before you leave, don't forget about this awesome thing that's still in your cart. There's, sense of urgency and scarcity around it. You have that opportunity, right? Or we could, again, email them here, maybe even instead of doing an ad, or you could do both. Again, you could say, thanks so much for purchasing the red purse. We also have this awesome special going on for these red shoes, right? You have all this flexibility to do these different things, right? And we also know often at happens both places, at this product page and at the checkout page, we often have a little section down here. I could be coming through and I could be buying a camera tripod, right? And we've seen this a lot on Amazon and on eBay, and other sites have it as well, where you have other suggested products. On Amazon, there's a little tagline up above that says a lot of people who buy this product also buy this product. So if you're here buying a tripod, you could also buy an SD card, something like that. If you're here buying this charging cord for your iPhone, you could also buy this carrying case. There's all these combinations that you promote right here, right? And so you have those options, which are little upsells, right? And they again bring people in, and some people even have those similar options here at checkout. And then some people even have them at thank you. You can also come and buy those things, right? So there are opportunities there to purchase all these different things through e-commerce. And you can lay out the same sort of thing through a funnel. But the one biggest problem, the one biggest difference where you don't have as much control in the world of e-commerce is in this general flow, when people are coming through and picking products, like this section right here, when they come to checkout, there's a huge tension. If you guys have taken any sales type training, you'll often know that there's a lot of tension that comes through this process. There's tension when people click from an ad or click from some other place and come here, where they are wanting to see this page look similar to the ad, right? They want to feel like they're comfortably being walked step to step to step to step through the process, right? Well, there's a lot of tension, and we've all had this before. We've all come to this product page and we've said, yes, I'm selecting and I want product A, and you continue shopping and maybe you add product B to your cart, and you keep shopping and you add product C to your cart. And then you get here and you're like, wow, here's how much A costs, here's how much B costs, and here's how much C costs. And now you have tension as you're looking over that, and you can see here's this grand total I need to be okay purchasing, and we have buyer's remorse, and we have all this tension and anxiety. Well, when this goes through, we've all done this before. We've gotten to checkout, and you're like, I don't know, that actually looks like a lot, and so you end up removing product B, or you remove product C, and you just buy product A. And that's okay for the consumer end of things, but again, you and I as marketers, when this happens, we don't have control over this. Like we're trying to do little tiny things in this process to help soften the blow here, but they're making that decision all at once, right? And we don't have control over some of this too. Like they're just going around, hopping around, picking different products, and we're really left with not much in terms of tools or things that we can do to try and win them over to, like, while you're on this page, pick this product, and then come through the process. And so honestly, this is probably the biggest area that I've seen the problem with e-commerce that funnels does fix. And I want to get into that here in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and erase that. But remember this, again, the biggest problem here is they come and I mean, if you had a little heartbeat line for this, like they've come from traffic and there's some tension, they get to this landing page and they're going through, but like when they get here, like their tension's way up here, right? And then maybe it drops down and hopefully it improves and they feel good about their purchase, but sometimes you have buyer's remorse as well. But anyway, so keep that in mind here while I erase this. Okay, now if we look at funnels, there are some differences in funnels. And some people at surface value, because we've been in this e-commerce world so long, and we've kind of come to the conclusion that e-commerce is the only way possible, when you're offered a different option, sometimes we have nervousness and we're like, we don't need funnels, like e-commerce is the only way to do it. It's the only way because Amazon's doing it that way, because eBay's doing it that way. It's the only way. I want to share with you that there is another way through funnels. And so again, we know the basics of funnels. Like we know at different points in funnels, we have, like your very cold audience that's coming through, your prospects, and you're trying to bring them down this funnel, and you're going to lose some people along the way, but you're trying to bring them down all the way down through the funnel. That's a general sales funnel idea, right? But the cool thing about building an online sales funnel is it's a very linear path. There's really only one way to go. So I can only accomplish step 4 when I've accomplished step 3, and step 3 when I've accomplished step 2, and step 2 when I've accomplished step 1. It's not just a huge combination of different options. It's only a linear path that you can follow. There is at the surface front of a funnel options to make things look kind of like e-commerce, but it is a linear path. So as an example, starting out here, again, we'll have traffic that's driving into this just the same way. We can have people driving into a page with products, right? Like if we had our traffic advertising one product, this would probably look fairly similar. Again, you have a picture, you have some text, you have your options to select a few different things, right? To pick a product. But where it's really cool and really different, when they've come through and done that, they get to an order form, right? And you can structure this different ways if you want. But they get to an order form, which again has some descriptors. It has, over here you have your price points and your buy button. So this really isn't much different. And usually in this instance, again, because we don't have a cart, we're not adding a bunch of different things into this order form. It's really only one product. It can be multiple quantity, like I could sell you 10 iPhone cases, but it's not going to be iPhone case and a SD card and a tripod and a purse, right? It's not going to be all those things together. It could be if I define all that as one product, like one package thing in my funnel, but you're coming through and you're getting somebody to purchase, right? Again, this is the product page, and this is the order form. So most of this still feels pretty similar to e-commerce, right? You get them to this last page, which is your checkout page or your thank you page. But one of the big differences starting out is in this first order form, they're only right now deciding to buy one product. And the really cool thing that you can do is you can get them to buy this one product. So let's say in the example that I kind of gave beforehand, that we're selling a crossbow. Awesome, cool survival thing. We're selling a crossbow, right? So they've seen the product, they've watched the video, seen pictures, they click through, they're filling out their order form to buy. There's less tension because they're only buying one product. But when they buy that, when you get to a thank you page, this thank you page is actually kind of two things, right? So you have the ability to say, like, thanks so much for your purchase. We're going to notify you when this gets shipped out to you and blah, 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 like you do. But the really cool part is when you're on a thank you page in a funnel, you can now offer what we call an OTO. It's a one-time offer. Because you just got somebody that purchased a crossbow from you, like what else do they naturally need? Like you don't just buy a crossbow, they need arrows, right? And so on this OTO, this one-time offer, you could have text and stuff that says like, thanks so much for purchasing this, like, because you're about to head out on the hunt or do whatever with this crossbow, you probably want some arrows to go with it, right? You can have your offer here for arrows, but you can make this, again, like I said, a true one-time offer. Like this is the only place on your site they'll ever see it, and this offer is only good for people who already bought the crossbow who can now buy this pack of arrows for some awesome discount or however you're going to strategize making this offer. But the really, really, really cool thing about this funnel is you can make this little buy button, and you'll probably have to have some text around it that explains this is not an add to cart button. This is a buy button. This is what we call a one-click upsell. And this is possible through the software that I use for funnels is called ClickFunnels. It's possible through ClickFunnels. I have no idea how to code this and develop this. I just know that it is possible. They came through and they already bought this product. And now when they get to this one-time offer, if they click the buy button, they just added this. They just bought it. They didn't even add it to a cart. They just bought it. But it is a one-click upsell. Like literally you click the button and you just bought the product, right? And you have some other functionality you can add into this. If they bought this product, you could then go and offer even another upsell. So, you know, if somebody just bought they bought the bow, and now they bought the arrows, what else do they need to have a really awesome, cool thing? Maybe they want a pair of binoculars, or maybe they want like a little bug out kit for survival when they're out hunting. Like whatever it is, you can now offer another like one-time product, right? And again, you can have a picture, video, whatever else, and you can have, well, let me put this in orange. You can have another buy button, right? Okay. So you have that available, and of course, if in this experience, like let's say they came through and they bought the crossbow, they bought the arrows, and now they're looking at this bug out kit. Let's say they don't want the bug out kit, and they go to click no, like no, I don't want it. You could, based on that, you could offer a downsell. Go to another page, and you could offer a cheaper, less expensive product instead. Or you could even actually bring them to a discount for that product. Let's say this bug out kit was $30. You could say, like, when they click no, you could say, what if we knocked $10 off, right? And now you'll make this same offer. It's going to look the same. OTO, picture, video, and you have your buy button. But in this case, you're going to offer that for, you know, $10 off, right? You also have the same ability. Oops, you have the same ability right here at this beginning one. If they said no, I don't want that product, you could downsell them to something else. Well, maybe you want this emergency whistle. It's only $5 or whatever, right? Same kind of deal. Another one-time offer. You have your product or your verbiage, whatever, and you have again like a yes option or a buy option, and you have a no option, right? And ultimately, at the end of this, you're going to send them to your confirmation page, right? That part will be the same as e-commerce, like they need that resolution. And throughout this, you'll have, again, you can have emails, and you can have still the same kind of functionality. I can still place a retargeting or a remarketing pixel or cookie throughout different components of this, right? And based on different actions people take, I can send them different ads, send them different emails, whatever else I want to do. But the biggest and coolest part about all this, right, kind of like the example I gave beforehand, if this right here for the crossbow, if this was product A, and you had this OTO offer for the arrows was product B, and then you had the bug out kit was product C, and the potential for this whistle was product D, and then this is like the C one discounted. You had these different options. In the e-commerce world, my only option is I add all these things to my cart, and now when I'm looking at that big bad cart, I'm looking at product A, and product B, and product C, and maybe product D, and I'm deciding if I want to purchase that. In the world of funnels, and in particular for funnels, you buy just product A. You've made that decision on its own, and then again, we have this awesome like one-time offer, there's a really cool discount, and if you want it, you can choose to buy product B, but you're making that decision on its own. And later on, depending on how you structure your funnel, you may buy product C and buy product D on their own. There's way less tension when you go through this process. This process is pretty much like the inverse of being at the grocery store. Like we've all gone shopping and you're at the conveyor belt and we see all these other like magazines and gum and all that stuff right by the cash register. And when you're waiting there, you can grab those things and add them to your cart. But that is like very much literally like the e-commerce thing. You know, if on e-commerce you were at your order page, that was like, again, having this little section down here where you pick different products. But this is like inverse. This is like you come through and you're going to purchase your one thing at the register, and it's like all these options are available after the conveyor belt, after the register. Like you already ran my credit card, and there's these other options, and you can just grab them, and it will automatically charge your card. So anyway, I know it's a little bit more for people to try and understand if you've not done funnels before, if you're not familiar with funnels in terms of a platform, in terms of a software. We're all very familiar with e-commerce because we've built them before, we've shopped with them before, we've shopped at all these types of sites. But I want to help you guys understand this point and where funnels truly can provide you as the marketer more control, and you as the marketer more opportunity to upsell and provide more value to your customers and to your clients, to anybody that you're, in this instance, like I said, selling physical products, or even if you're selling informational-based products. That's what I do. Like if people are coming through and they're going to buy my course to learn Facebook ads, what else do people need to really be successful in selling stuff via Facebook? Like, yeah, they need Facebook ads, so they bought my course. I could also upsell them on websites. Like when somebody clicks on your Facebook ad, we need to send them to a website or to a funnel, right? So I can give you training on that. You know, as an additional thing, like some people need to figure out at least some chops around graphic design. So maybe I give you a little module or something like that. And anyway, this whole process can work all the same, even for informational-based products. So again, I realize this is my own personal opinion, but I've had a lot of experience with this. I've done 4 years in the world of e-commerce, and then just this last 3 in the world of funnels with funnel-based software and platforms. ClickFunnels is, again, the software that I love and that I am passionate about. And I'll actually include down below a link. It is my affiliate link, so you could just go to ClickFunnels on its own and be able to get that for yourself. But I'll include down in the description here a link for my affiliate link for ClickFunnels. If that's something that you guys are interested in, they offer a 14-day free trial. There's no questions asked with that, and you can easily cancel before the end of the 14 days if you aren't interested in it. But for taking my affiliate offer on that, I'll also include the standard funnel that I use for physical products. One of the really cool things about ClickFunnels is when I go and build out a funnel like this, I have a funnel just like this that has the product page, it has an order form, it has this thank you / one-time offer page, it has an upsell, a downsell, also a downsell from here, and then to your confirmation page. When I build all this out, I can just send somebody copy a link and send that to somebody, and you can add that entire thing to your account. Even if I have emails in all these different pieces, if I have an email of somebody, got to this order form and opted in with their email but didn't buy, or email if they came through and they bought this one but didn't take this one, like I have written emails into all this process, and that's all duplicatable when I copy that link and give it to you. So again, if you guys get ClickFunnels, if you use my affiliate link, you'll get this entire thing in your account for free. That's just my little thank you for using my link, because I do get a little bit of a commission for you guys using my link. But anyway, hopefully this does help you guys clarify if you've not really understood funnels and how they differ from e-commerce. Again, ultimately, it's just my opinion. You can choose any way you want to go. But if you're like me and you're a marketer who really wants control and predictability over your website, over your online shopping experience, I really personally recommend looking into funnels and looking into ClickFunnels, because there's way more control and predictability around everything for yourself. Not to mention, building out your actual website in ClickFunnels is night and day difference. It's so much easier. It's all drag and drop. It's very, very easy to work with. And I actually have videos on the same channel that show how to do that, but it's really, really simple, very easy. Anyway, I just want to leave that with you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.